It's one key thing that you got to understand and realize if you truly want to get ahead financially. And it's very, very, very simple. Like you honestly, you already know what it is. But if you don't apply it, you're going to stay broke. Because for me, it kept me broke for the longest time. And that one thing is simply just being able to say no. So it ain't just about telling other people no. Sometimes you got to tell yourself no so that you can truly get ahead financially. Those two letters right there, that one simple word is the most powerful word that you can say because it simply means that you put yourself first. Because one of the biggest mistakes that I continuously made, which really just hindered my mindset, which really just hindered me financially, was simply hustling for the weekend, right? We all know how it go, bro. You working Monday through Friday, you busting your ass. You can't wait till it's the weekend so that you can just kick back and relax and have fun. You want to let loose. So this might mean you're going to get that haircut. You know what I'm saying? You might go get that bottle. You might go get that 3-5. You know what I'm saying? You might go get that outfit. You probably go get that section. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're just spending unnecessary money. You might go on that date. You might go on that vacation. You might plan that trip. But you ain't got it like that. It's not the time. It's not the time. And this is the perfect time for me to be making this video because it's the summer. You got club events. You got pool parties. You got vacations. You got all these different type of things that you can be purchasing on a consistent basis, on a weekly basis, but it's only gonna keep you stuck. Me just not being able to say no in certain moments has hindered me tremendously on a financial level. And you know the real reason why you can't say no is because of FOMO, fear of missing out. You looking on social media, every day they young and they turn. They lit, they popping them bottles. You see all the females, you see what they wearing and stuff like that. You like, bro, you want to be a part of that, bro. You see your homeboys, they all out popping and having fun doing their thing. You want to be a part of that. You see the new shoes just dropped, you want to get them shoes. You see some new outfit, you got some stuff all in your car on Fashion Nova, Boohoo Man, wherever you be shopping there. Or you want to just go to the mall and just splurge. But you don't need that, bro. I'm telling you, you don't need it. You don't. You're not missing out on no fun. You're not missing out on no fun. I'm telling you. When you stacking paper, while everybody else out spending it on stuff that don't matter, they're putting themselves in a worse position. And from their perspective, they having fun, they living life, they young and turned, they lit, they doing their thing. But that's not real life. That's not reality. Especially if you're looking at it from a lens of social media, you know everybody is just gonna show you the highlights of their life, the fun parts of their life. Nobody on social media talking about how they down bad. Nobody talking about how they can't pay their car note. Nobody talking about how they gotta ask their mama for, you know what I'm saying, for rent money. Nobody's talking about all that, how they live and check to check. Nobody's gonna talk about none of that on social media. But when you looking at them, they in the newest car, they got the newest outfit, they got the newest shoes, they got all the jewelry, they run all the females. They seem like they lit, right? And you wanna be in the mix. You wanna be a part of the fun. But I'm telling you, bro, that's not fun. Hustling for a weekend, that's not fun. What's really fun is having paper stacked up. That's what's fun. What's really fun is being disciplined, being able to delay gratification. It may not seem like fun in the moment where you gotta just keep saying no, like, man, you know what, nah, I'm finna be in the crib. For the next few months, I'm finna be in the crib. You know what, I ain't finna just buy no new outfits. I'm finna just wear black tees, white tees, that's it. I'm finna wear the shoes that I got. I'm finna wear the clothes that I got. You know what, only thing I'm finna do is just get haircuts to make sure that my appearance is on point. I ain't buying nothing else that's new. I'm not buying the new shoes. I'm not buying the new J's. I'm not finna go to the mall and buy me an outfit just so I can wear it on the weekend. I'm not finna be taking all these females on dates and this, that, and the third, and just splurging and spending money that I don't need to be spending, and to be honest, that I don't have. This the mindset that you gotta have, bro. You gotta stay in your own lane. I'm telling you, you're not missing out on no fun by being disciplined, staying down. Because what you gotta realize is you only have to stay down for a season. Because once you can stay down for just like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, right? Once you can implement that system and just stay down and stack paper for an extended period of time, you have a system now. Because once you do it that first time, you've proven to yourself that it's possible for you to do it. So now it's like you have more discipline built up to the point where it's easier for you to say no. Where it's easier for you to just weigh the pros and the cons of going out, of buying this or buying that, versus stacking your paper and just staying down. It doesn't matter if people telling you that you're boring, that you done switched up, that you're a loner. Like, nobody cares about all that when you can just look at your bank account and you see the numbers steady increasing. When you have peace of mind, when you're not struggling trying to figure out where your next check is gonna come from, when you're not frantic and just hoping and wishing that you got enough money after your bills to buy groceries, to put food on the table. Because I've been in plenty of positions where it's like, man, I'm telling you, after I pay them bills, after I buy them groceries, after I get a haircut, that's it. There is no spending money on shoes. There is no going out on dates. There is no going out to eat. There's none of that. It's simply pay the bills, get the groceries, come home. That's it. And that's not fun. I'm gonna be honest, that's not fun. But doing it for a season to build up that discipline, that's the mindset that I have. I understand it's not supposed to be fun. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the gym and lift weights, that's not necessarily fun when you just destroying your muscles, lifting that heavy weight, you know what I'm saying, training till failure, stuff like that. That's not fun. But you gotta look at the return on investment. You get what I'm saying? If you consistently go to the gym for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and you're doing the right things in there, over time, you're gonna look in the mirror, you're gonna be pleased with your physique. It's the same thing when you stacking money and staying down. When you consistently just, okay, all that money I used to spend on fast food, that's stacking up and I still got that in my account. All that money that I used to buy on shoes and clothes and going out, all that's staying in my account. So as your finances increase, that's gonna give you that satisfaction of, okay, I made the right choice. Because I'm telling you, every time that you go out and you buy something and spend money on something that you don't need, you're going to end up regretting it. But you're never going to regret staying down and stacking paper. Because that gives you leverage and comfortability to be able to see things clearly and not have this foggy mind. Because when you live in check to check, it's hard for you to think long term because you just worried about paying your bills for the month. You just worried about keeping yourself afloat and not drowning. But when you can just simply lock in and say no to people, say no to everybody, even if you gotta cut them off and delete their number, even if you gotta block them, even if you gotta delete social media off your phone, whatever you need to do, you have to realize that it's just for a season, but why are you doing it? So that you can build your discipline up, so that you can improve your mindset, and so that you can just show it to yourself that you can do what you said that you was gonna do. Because it's not about the money itself. It's about the person that you're becoming by being disciplined. It's about realizing that, man, I didn't miss out on nothing this entire time. Because that's the season that I'm in right now. I'm in the season of no. No buying weed, no going out and partying and clubbing. You know what I'm saying? Not going on all these extravagant, lavish dates. Not buying on new shoes, not buying on new clothes, not going on no vacations. Simply just doing what I gotta do, going to work, going to the gym, getting a haircut, you know what I'm saying, getting my groceries and stacking up the rest. Working on my craft and working on my purpose so that I can build other income streams outside of my job. Because you know the craziest mindset that 99% of people have? Oh, I hate going to my job. I hate going to my job. Oh, I hate my job. But they never do nothing on the weekend that's gonna help them get out their job. They hustle at their job Monday through Friday for the weekend. Friday night, bro, they in the club. Friday night, they doing this and they doing that. But it's nothing productive. Then Sunday come, they hungover, you know what I'm saying, they tired. You can't even really enjoy Sunday because you're just thinking about how you gotta go to work tomorrow. Nobody wanna live life like that. I've been in phases like that where it's like, damn, bro, it was just Friday, like the weekend going already, damn, I gotta go to work tomorrow. You wake up on Sunday morning thinking like, man, I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's the last day of the weekend. Nobody wants to consistently live like this for years on end. So while everybody else is in the club, when everybody else is doing this and doing that, you're staying down and working on your craft. You just in the crib locked in with tunnel vision because you got something that you're working towards long term. What did I just tell you? Most people living check to check can't think into the future. They just worried about on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They're just worried about Friday evening, Saturday, and that's it. They're just trying to make it to the end of the week. But when you stack that paper, you stay down for a few months, it's like it gives you the opportunity to realize like, okay, what do I truly want to do with my life? What can I do with this money that I just stacked up? And how can I invest it? How can I flip it? You're not gonna be on all that impulse spending type stuff. I'm telling you, when you stack up your first $1,000, your first $5,000, your first $10,000, you're not gonna be instantly thinking about the fastest way to spend it because you realize that it took you time to stack it up. So of course you're not gonna just blow it. At least I hope not. So it gives you peace of mind because you're not gonna be hustling it and just worry and panic mode because you know that you got an emergency fund built up. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't have $1,000 to their name in the case of an emergency. Like for example, if you catch a flat tire right now, you're probably gonna be down bad. Like your mama might hit you up and she's like, okay, can I borrow $300 till next week? If you ain't got no emergency fund built up, you can't send your mama that money. You know what I'm saying? Your girl, you might be in a relationship. Your girl might want something nice. She might want her hair done or something like that. You can't do nice things for your girl living check to check when you can barely take care of yourself. But if you simply just stay down for a period of time and just say no, that gives you the freedom. That gives you the ability to be able to do those things, to think long term. And I wish I would have grasped this sooner and not been such a people pleaser thinking like, you know what? I do want to go out and have fun. I do want to go out and do this and do that. Because I'm telling you, bro, for the past few years, anytime I've gone out, like with friends or something like that, it hasn't been that fun to me. I always end up like regretting going out because it's like I would much rather be doing something productive, like creating content. But then I realized it's like, man, I would much rather keep that money in my pocket. Like, it doesn't make sense to have to go buy these outfits, buy these shoes, pay for parking, pay to get in the club, pay for all this food and all this different stuff just to have fun on the weekend when it's not really true fun. Like, I'm the type of person, I go out, my social media it just dies quickly. But I'm energized when I'm making content. I'm energized when I'm putting y'all boys on game. I understand that me staying down right now in this season is preparing me for my future. I'm already thinking about 2027. So I understand that I have to miss out on a few things that I really don't care about, that really don't matter that much. That's not helping me improve and get to the next level. I understand that I'm gonna have to say no to a few people or ignore a few people or just be by myself and to myself more so that I can perfect my craft and I ain't gotta worry about spending unnecessary money. I don't have to worry about being tempted by putting myself in environments where I could spend money. Because I'm not telling you to cut your friends off or nothing like that, but it's like, if you hang around specific types of people and all they wanna do is talk about females all day, go out all day and spend money and just be in the club and stuff like that, you don't need to be around them. You need to be around like-minded individuals who gonna go on a 90-day run with you, who gonna create business ideas with you so that y'all can make more money. That's the type of people that you wanna be around. That's the type of environment that you wanna be around because that's where you headed. But if you don't have an environment like that because you're not all the way there yet, you have to stay down by yourself. But it all comes back down to simply just saying no. Being able to put yourself first and create a future that you want. Being able to have the discipline to just live like a minimalist for a period of time. It's not forever. But I'm telling you, on the other side of that is the greatest version of yourself. The most disciplined version of yourself. The most locked in version of yourself. You're gonna become an entirely different person when you stay down for 3 to 6 months. I'm telling you, your whole identity is gonna change. The way that you view money is gonna change. The way that you look at your finances is gonna change. The way that you spend money is going to change for the better. Simply because you said one word that got 2 letters in it. No. It's easier said than done. Like, yeah, you can say no for one weekend. Yeah, you can stay down for a month. But bro, I'm telling you, you have to get to the point where it becomes normal when people stop hitting you up and stop inviting you. See, that's when you know you got there. When your phone stop ringing, when you stop getting the invites, when you don't have the desire no more to impulsively spend money, that's when you know that it's clicking. That's when you know that you get to the next level. That's when you know that your identity is truly shifting and you're becoming a better version of yourself. Because the best example that I can give y'all is simply just DoorDash. Like, I haven't DoorDash in like 2 months. And when I look on DoorDash, the price is just too high for me. Like, I don't think I'm gonna probably ever DoorDash again unless it's like literally on the weekend or like to the point where that's the only possible option. Because I took a break from it. Because I used to DoorDash 3-4 times a week. That's like $100-some a week simply on food. But now, like, you're not gonna catch me doing that simply because I know how to say no. I don't go out all day. I don't go out on the weekends like that. If I do go out, it's gonna be something very, very, very minimalist. I'm telling you, because I understand that yes, I can still have fun. I don't have to just be a monk and just live in my crib and not do nothing. But at the end of the day, it has to make sense for my budget. I'm gonna make sure that my priorities in order. I'm gonna make sure that I got all my non-negotiables done before I think about having fun. And that's a bar for you. See, most of y'all think about the fun first and you ain't got no work done. You talking about how you hate your job, but you're not working on nothing on the side to help you escape your job. You just worried about getting high. You just worried about getting drunk. You just worried about sleeping with a whole bunch of hoes. All those things are gonna keep you broke. The women are not putting no money in your pocket. The alcohol is not making you better. The weed is not putting no money in your pocket. So how can you complain about your job? How can you complain about your situation when you won't say no to the things that's keeping you there? See, when you want to just be around other people, please other people, and do what you think gonna make them happy or act a certain way and just always be around people just so that they can like you, you're gonna stay broke. I'm telling you. You're gonna stay broke. When you worried about what everybody else got going on social media, you're gonna stay broke. When you want to fake an image and buy designer, the newest J's, this, that, and the third, you're gonna stay broke. But when you say, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not buying that. No, I'm not going there. For a period of time, you're gonna boss up. So if you enjoyed this video, you learned something new, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next one. Gone.